hit the subscribe button. Or don't. I really don't care one way or the other. Welcome everybody to my latest video. So for this video we got more cheap gaming from AliExpress. Now the item you see before you, depending on how you look at it, this could be, in my opinion, either a somewhat good buy or just not worth your money. Now the cost was just barely over $20. It was like $20.45. Shipping was free. When I first saw this, I was really excited to get this item, but after testing it out, for me, it's not worth it. Now, of course, we gotta get to our cables first. Got our mandatory hook up to your TV cables and your charging cable. This one is, of course, smaller. It's probably about between 8 and 10 inches long. Now, the system you see before you, this is pretty much how the stuff arrived. It arrived in a shipping plastic package, not an envelope or a box. We open it up. Alright, sorry about the reflection there, but let's get our gift card out. And you can see just how big it is. And there you go. Now, when you first look at this item, you look at it and you think, hey, this looks different. It looks interesting. And at first glance, that's what I thought too. However, you can see right there, the screen is very, very dirty. Additionally, the screen is scratched. You probably can't focus in, unfortunately, but yeah, the screen is scratched. That really got to me. Now, you don't got a directional pad. Instead, you got this kind of thing right here, which you would think moves pretty good. For me, it wasn't the case. I found this to be very stiff when playing games. You got your 6 buttons here, and then of course you got your home, your start right here, and select. The plastic, it almost seems like it's cheap plastic with some sort of a thin coating over it, a thin coating that's hardened. I'm not quite sure how else to explain it. When I first opened this, it didn't smell like a traditional plastic that you get with these systems. It almost smelled like a cheap piece of soap that you would get from a hotel. Now, you got the games, which are stored on your little card right here. The good news is there are games already installed. You don't have to worry about downloading anything. You got your power button, your volume, and your connectors right here. Now, one thing that I really, really liked about this is there's actually a light indicator on the side right here for when you're plugging in the system. So when you're low on battery, you plug in the cable, it lights up, and when it turns off, you got a full charge. Let's go ahead and turn this on here. We're going to turn off the volume. Got your indicator right there. And let's go ahead and 1 second. Alright, so here we are. This is your menu screen. And as you can see, we got some games already loaded on top. We got our main games. Super Famicom, Mega Drive, Game Boy Advance, NES. When I first got this, if we go to the settings, normal settings, power settings. This was actually all in Chinese or Japanese. So it took me a while to figure out how to convert this, to English. But yeah, basically right there. Now the good news is, let's go to our main. Many games already installed. The bad news is, as you can see, everything is written in Chinese or Japanese, whatever, language that is. So you don't know what you're going to play. So if that doesn't matter to you, if you don't mind going one by one through each game and memorizing it, then this is probably a pretty good system for you. But yeah, you have no idea what you're playing, and that's for all the emulators on this. So that was the MAME, Super Famicom. See? Now, through trial and error and just loading stuff, there are some great games on here. There's no question about that. It's just having to find those games. Now, I suppose what you can do is take off these games, load your own ROMs, and go from there. And if you are willing to do that, again, this is probably a great system for you. I'm not going to do that. At least not anytime soon. See, I just load a game here, and of course, everything's... Do we got the volume on? Let's see. There we go. So as you can see, by luck, we got a Castlevania game going here. So we'll just go back. Now the other good thing is you got your save and your load options. So that's really cool. I do like that. How do we get to our home? And of course you got your NES. Now, let me just get comfortable here. Alright, so I was talking to you about how this seemed like it'd be a good idea, but it just doesn't work for me. It seems very stiff during gameplay. So let's just go with the one we all know. Street Fighter II, World Warrior. Unfortunately, the button layout is not your standard 6-button layout. You would think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not the case. It's loading. Okay, here we are. Sorry about the glare. That's as loud as it goes. All right. So let's go ahead and all right, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see how 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you kind of you have to get used to it unless you change your buttons. Your control nub here whatever you want to call it, it just feels stiff. Like you almost got to force it to do what you want it to do. So let's go ahead and try a different game. While we're at the screen, look right there. You got a battery life. You got a battery life indicator. So that's really cool. You can see beforehand, when you need to charge it. Let's go ahead and play some Street Fighter Zero here. I'm pretty sure this is a Game Boy Advance version. Let's see, who will we pick? Let's get some DJ. So you feel, did you hear that? It's like it gets caught on something. Let's see if I can. Sometimes it feels like it's getting caught somewhere. I'm not sure. But yeah, it doesn't work for me. And what I mean by that is it works. It's just it doesn't feel natural. So, if you don't mind the flaws of, maybe you just have to get used to this. If you don't mind searching for games that you really like, then this could probably be a pretty good system. Like I said, it was just barely over $20. It included free shipping. Would I recommend it personally? No. It looks cool. Let's see if you can see the screen. It's a very cheap screen. I don't like it. It seems, really, really cheap. But then again, that's what these systems are. They are cheap. And although you can't see it, it actually had like a light scratch coming down from here, and I think going all the way over here. You don't notice it unless you're really looking for it, but yeah. The other problem, you can see the light shining through. Lets you know how thin the plastic is here. So at night, it doesn't work the way it should. Go ahead and turn it off. You can actually see inside the system through the volume wheel right here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. So there you are. Personally, not for me. I don't recommend it, but you may like it and it may be worth it for you. If you have any questions, let me know. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.